Huntsville City Council meeting is now in session. If you were to have an electronic device that could disrupt this proceeding, please turn it off or put it in a silent mode. As always, thank you so kindly for your help. Also, stand if you choose for the invocation led by Councilman Dr. Richard Showers Sr. Remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance led by Councilman Bill Clean.
Enter into his courts with thanksgiving. Your praise unto him, and bless his name. For the Lord is good. His mercy is everlasting, and his truth endures until all generations. Amen.
Please face the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Dr. Showers, for the invocation. Thank you, Councilman Clean, for the Pledge of Allegiance. Let the record reflect that Councilman Mark Russell is not here tonight. Also, council members, you have before you the regular meeting held October the 22nd, minutes from that meeting. Are there any recommendations for changes or amendments? Hearing none, the minutes stand as recorded. We're now at agenda item number 4, resolutions and special recognitions. Mayor, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Culver, and thank you, Council. First, I'd like to ask Mr. Kenny Anderson to come forward. This is a time where we want to recognize our CAFY Youth of the Month. And Kenny, tell us about our CAFY Youth of the Month.
If Ryan Phillips will come forward at this time, he is our Star 99 CAFY Young Citizen of the Month. If we can get our other team members to come up at this time as well. We had a tough time with the selections this month because we had so many quality selections, but Ryan has come out head and shoulders along with those individuals as well, and we're happy to honor him tonight. Ryan is an 11th grade student at Huntsville High, and on October 20th, he earned the rank of Eagle Scout in the Boy Scouts of America. He has been a member of Troop 343 for the past 5 years and has been participating in scouting for the last 10 years. As part of his path to Eagle Scout, and this is especially significant, I think, he completed a highly complex and challenging service project for the Land Trust of North Alabama. He designed, acquired materials, and rebuilt about 400 meters of walking trail on the west side of Green Mountain near Astalot Drive. This included a new bridge and redoing the trail bed for most of the project. Over the course of 5 months, he completed this difficult task, displaying team leadership and answering to the needs of multiple stakeholders. In addition to that, he has completed or led nearly 500 hours of community service in the past 5 years. The November Star 99.1 CAFY Young Citizen of the Month, Ryan Phillips. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And Ryan, we have just a few people here who also want to say thank you to you at this time.
Ryan, on behalf of Huntsville Utilities and our CEO, Mr. Jay Stowe, we know the many, many hours you've given to our community here, and we want to give back to you just a little bit for all the hard work and effort. And in this bag, you will find something for your mind, body, and soul, and also for your finances. Don't spend it all in one place. Appreciate everything you've done for our community. Thank you, young man.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Ryan, on behalf of CAFY Star 99.1 and the Human Relations Committee and our wonderful mayor of this great city, we present you with your certificate. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
My name is Buzz Stevens with Star 99, from one Boy Scout to another. Very proud of you. I mean, the reaching the rank that you've reached is amazing. It's a dedicated process. I'm very proud of you for that. One thing as a Boy Scout we always are is what? Be prepared. Be prepared for your future and what you do in every endeavor. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
This is for you. A little appreciation from us.
Thank you.
Ryan, from one Eagle Scout to another. Congratulations on that prize there, sir, and earning that outstanding rank. And on behalf of Chief Mark McMurray and the entire Huntsville Police Department, you are to be commended for a job well done. Continue to be a guiding light and example to our community and stand forward and be bold as a leader. Thank you so much for your service, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you.
And Ryan, finally, after you've gotten gifts and cash and awards and everything else, we have a coin from the city. And a coin from the city goes to people who do something special to make this city just a little bit better place. And congratulations on being CAFY Youth of the Month. It's a well-earned recognition. It's something that you have earned. It's not something that you've been given. And thank you for all that you've done to make Huntsville a better place.
Thank you so much, sir.
All right. Now, before Chief Hobbs gets too far away, Harry Hobbs, would you come back up to present some awards to the Army 10-milers? And this team has won how many years in a row, Harry?
9 years in a row.
9 years in a row at the AUSA convention that happens every year. They have a huge 10-miler race, and that 10-miler race, every year we hear Huntsville team coming up, or Team Redstone coming up time and time again. And Harry, please come up and bring your 10-miler team up here with you. We'd like to say thank you for all they've done. And Harrison, if you'd come up and help me pass out some gifts.
Thank you, sir. And on behalf of the team, we are very privileged to represent the city of Huntsville, the AUSA chapter here. We can't do this without the support of the community working together. And when you have such a great community that loves the military, that supports us in every way, then that makes us feel that we're number one. And so we put the training in, and we dedicate ourselves so folks can understand that the Rocket City will try their best at all times to put their best foot forward, to work hard. And I will tell you that we have one young man on the team. Where you at, Brandon York? That young man finished 10th overall out of over 26,000 runners. He ran 51 minutes at, that's an Olympic time in the 10-miler to lead us to victory for the 9th year in a row. Never been done before, ever in the history of the Army 10-miler. And on top of that, we've won double championships 7 years in a row, all comers as well as government agency. So the record books continue to be written by this team. So thank you all very much. And I'll just tell you some of the folks here. We got Brandon York right there. We got Eric DeBolt. We got Colonel Jeff Hager. Hey, sir, you got your new stuff on. You're looking good. Okay. We got Conrad Meyer. And we got Brett Wilkes. And this young man's getting ready to go run a 100-mile race. Rest your legs tonight. And we got the legend, Skip Vaughn, right there. You go ahead and give him a big hand. Skip has ran over 30 marathons here in the city of Huntsville. Okay. We have also soon to be our next professor, Rob Youngren. We have Sean Allen. We have Beck Mitchell, some of our new blood here, and also Daniel Carter. And we have a couple of runners. One is deployed, Major Ryan Leonard, and Mr. Tim Vincent and Mr. Rob Whitaker. They couldn't make it, so thank you all for all your support.
And if y'all would just kind of go this way, come back down and shake hands with the council, I know that they want to congratulate you also.
Congratulations. 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 Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Congratulations. Congratulations. All right. Thank you. Congratulations. All right. Congratulations. All right. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thanks again for all the support.
Thank you. All right. Great job. Mr. President, that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Battle. Council members, we are now at adoption and presentation. We have a resolution honoring Kenneth Anderson for his years of service in the community and his 25 years on the radio, with a celebration to be held November the 7th, 2015, at the First Seventh-Day Adventist Church. The chair moves for approval.
Second.
Motion has been properly made, second by Dr. Showers. Ready for the question? All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. It carries. We have no other special recognition. We're now at announcements. Council members, I would like to take this opportunity to continue with the appointments or to make them public, the boards that you have been appointed to. Top of Alabama Regional Council of Governments, 2 appointments, Dr. Jenny Robinson and Dr. Richard Showers. Community Action Agency of Huntsville, Madison, and Limestone Counties, 1 appointment. The chair will accept that appointment. Advisory Commission on Accessibility, 1 appointment. The chair will take that appointment. The City of Huntsville Insurance Committee, 2 appointments, Dr. Richard Showers and Mr. Bill Kling. Chairperson of the Finance Committee and 1 other member of the council as Vice Chair of the Finance Committee. The chair appoints Dr. Richard Showers as chairman. The chair appoints Councilman Bill Kling as co-chair or vice chair. Congratulations. Do we have any business with outside legal? Ms. Cates? None. We're now at agenda item number 6, public hearings. 6A is a public hearing to be held. 1, public hearing regarding a private subdivision, Sanders Hills, Phase 2 at McMullen Cove. Planning?
Council members, this is a new phase to an existing subdivision, Sanders Hill Phase 2. This is in McMullen Cove. It's an 18-lot subdivision. The zoning ordinance requires that you approve all private subdivisions.
Thank you, Mr. McGuffey. Anyone from the public wishes to address the council at this public hearing that is now open? Hearing none, the public hearing is now closed. Further discussion, council members? Hearing none, ready for the question?
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It carries. It's been moved and properly second, moved by Dr. Robinson, second by Dr. Showers. 6AB is a public hearing to be set. We have a public hearing to be set, resolution setting a public hearing on an ordinance rezoning property lying east of U.S. Highway 431 South and on the south side of Caldwell Lane from Residence 1A District to Residence 1B District. This will be set for December the 17th, 2015 at the regular council meeting. Is there a motion?
Move to approve. Second.
Motion by Dr. Showers, second by Councilman Kling. Ready for the question? All in favor of setting the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. It carries. Just a second. Item 6B2 is a resolution setting a public hearing on an ordinance zoning newly annexed property lying north of Caldwell Lane and on the east side of Drake Road as Residence 1A District. This will be set for December the 17th, 2015 at the regular council meeting. Is there a motion?
So moved. Second.
Motion has been made by Councilman Kling, properly second by Dr. Showers. The public hearing will be set December the 17th, 2015. Item 6B3 is a resolution setting a public hearing on an ordinance zoning newly annexed property lying on the east side of U.S. Highway 231, 431 North, and on the north side and south sides of George Chapman Drive as Highway Business C4 District. This will be set for December the 17th, 2015. Is there a motion?
So moved. Second.
Motion by Councilman Clean, second by Dr. Showers. This will be heard on December the 17th, 2015. We're now at communications and reports. 7A, communications from the public. As I call your name, please state your name and address. You'll have 3 minutes to address the council. Ms. Sarah Brown.
My name is Sarah Brown. My address is 504 Bain Drive, 35803. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the City Council for providing me an opportunity to speak. Although I'm personally zoned for District 3, I have a child who attends the Academy for Academics and Arts, which recently occupied the old Ed White Middle School building on Sparkman Drive. We're thrilled and thankful for the time, attention, and funding that the city school system has put into the remodel, and it's been a great transition. The issue I'm here to speak about actually lies outside of our school. As I'm sure you're aware, the Ed White Middle School is across the street from a community women's clinic. The clinic brings its shares of protesters, and while it's completely within their First Amendment rights to protest, they've filed the proper paperwork with the city, they're bringing a Westboro Baptist Church level of tactics to get their message across. They now camp daily in front of our school, complete with props and abhorrent signs, and are also now posing as a safety hazard in the children and drivers trying to safely get to and from the school. Regardless of our personal stances on the pro-life and pro-choice debate, the parents are united in wanting these people removed from our school grounds. The protesters often tell our parents, when we try and reason with them, that they should have supported the 2,000-foot buffer zone legislation that would prohibit a clinic from existing within 2,000 feet of the school. But I'd like to make the point that the problem at present is not the clinic, it is the protesters. You can imagine the shock and disgust in picking up your child from school, a school that you're extremely proud of and sat on a waiting list to get into, and having to wade through signs such as "babies are murdered here," "black babies matter too," and "dirty tables, dirtier deeds." Children local to the neighborhood are also forced to wade through these often aggressive individuals who occupy the sidewalk, leaving children as young as 5 to make the decision to walk in the mud behind them or in the busy street in front of them to get home. Their signs and props are often large, serving as a distraction and an intrusion into the sightline of drivers entering and exiting the parking lots. We're not asking that they cease protesting. We acknowledge it's their constitutional right to do that. But we are asking that they cease protesting during the times that children are often out and about. Drop-off times are 7:30 to 8 a.m., and pickup times are 3 to 3:30 p.m. This allows children to travel home safely and the drivers to see unimpaired. We feel that they're on the school's property anyway, and such precedent has already been set for amending laws to protect the children, such as enacting school traffic zones during those times. My sincere hope is that the City Council will agree that our children should not be the target of this rhetoric, and instead should be protected from the issues irrelevant to their education. As my 7-year-old said as we were trying to exit the parking lot and being shouted to by the protesters, "I don't understand, I'm just trying to go to school." As an alumni of the Huntsville magnet system and as someone who understands the history of its creation, I find this a blemish on the otherwise sterling reputation of an iconic Huntsville education landmark. The parents are seeking a swift solution that will work for both parties. The climate at the school is reaching such that some parents are debating even staying at the school. And on a personal note, as someone who serves as an unofficial ambassador for people looking to relocate to Huntsville, I point to our magnet system as a shining spot in the educational system of Alabama. When they tour the school, this is what they're met with. I'm looking for help for the council to take action where they can before it further impacts an otherwise outstanding
Ms. Brown,
school.
would
Thank
you like another minute?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Brown. Ms. Cates, as it relates to her inquiry regarding the times, not trying to regulate whether or not they can protest, but the times, I believe she said 7:30 to 8 o'clock and 3 to 3:30 when the kids are going to school and when the kids are leaving school. Is that something that the city of Huntsville has the authority to regulate, or do you want to research that and get back with her?
Let me address it in this way. I think we'd have to approach it from a public safety standpoint, and we can ask the police department to review that, but it is a First Amendment issue. They do have a special events permit. They have been given the times, but we can certainly review that situation.
Great, thank you. And Ms. Brown, would you make sure that someone, perhaps from the police department, Chief McMurray or his representative, gets your contact information, please?
Absolutely.
Thank you so kindly, ma'am.
May I ask a question?
Who said that?
Me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dr. Robinson.
One of yours, not mine.
I think I heard Ms. Brown say that this was occurring on school property. Is that correct?
So I'm not sure what the permit actually allows. I haven't looked into legality of what their permit actually enables, but it is in the sidewalk in front of our school where you would enter and exit to drop off your children for the school day. It is in direct, you would not allow smoking on that property. You would tell them, no, school says no smoking on this campus. However, they are still there, and it's becoming, I can tell you that having seen the crossing guard have to get through them, she is sometimes unable to get to her post because of their occupation of the sidewalk.
We'll review the permit and make
Okay.
sure that they are where they are allowed to be.
That would maybe fix the problem.
Great.
Certainly.
And I would tell you, their permit would not allow them to be on school property. It's in the public right-of-way, although that's not necessarily physically delineated out there on the ground. But it'll be the police's responsibility to enforce the scope of that permit. So we'll go back and double-check that.
And will they also look at safety issues that may be created?
Yes.
Certainly.
Yeah, the sight line is really our concern.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you
Ms.
so much
Brown.
for-
Thank you, Dr. Robinson, Mr. Hamilton, and Ms. Cates. Ms. Jackie Reed.
Good evening. First, I want to say I want each one of you for Christmas for Santa Claus to bring you new microphones. We cannot hear not one word you're saying. And I've been preaching about this quite a few weeks now. You mumble. We can't hear you. I want to hear what you got to say up there, and I appreciate that. First, I want to thank you for allowing the public to speak and getting involved. And I want to congratulate all the young people that get the awards and everything they do to make the community a great place to live. And also all the people that in the city that helps to make a good place for us, all of us to live. I know I get another minute tonight. I may not need it, but I do get another minute. I didn't hear a word up there. But when I see it going on,
Yes, ma'am.
We
I
said
waited till you
yes, it's
finished.
just that you couldn't hear us over the microphone.
I don't think so. But anyway, anyway, I just want to say that. The school buses running up and down the roads, 6, 8, and 12 a day. You know, I'm still sad and very, very sad that you as leaders didn't get involved with the school board and try to save some of our schools. I got a 16-year-old grandson driving now, and there's a lot more doing the same thing. And every time I turn a corner, 6, 8 buses everywhere. And I'm sad that you all were in the middle of selling the property, had your hands out, helping all the schools be sold. I'm going to preach that till we get that straightened out. And if Butler hadn't sold yet, I'd like to see it stay there. But anyway, I think it's sad that y'all didn't get tangled up in that. I'd like the record to show that Mr. Mark Russell is not here tonight, and that makes me sad that he didn't show up tonight. I also want to thank my son and daughter, who don't come too often to the city council meetings. They hear it, believe me, they hear it when I get home. But I want to thank them for showing up down here and see what's going on. They need to know more about, all the people need to know what's going on in government. I guess that's why I keep coming down here. Anyway, when you hold 15 AA, double B, and double D, I'd like for you to explain that, if you will, somewhere. And I've got a horse. I'm real hoarse tonight because all the city employees, all of them, I say most of them, has been talking to me so much about that 1% raise that you gave them. And that's why I'm so hoarse tonight. I told them, don't worry, I'm sure you're going to come back and give more money, because their insurance went up on them, and they didn't get any money. Hey, they do a great job. I think you all do too. If you just listen to the public and the employees and do what's good and right for all the people.
Need your minute, Miss Reed?
My time is up.
Yes, ma'am. You can get a minute if you like.
I can't hear you, sir.
You can get another minute if you like.
No. I just want y'all to get some new microphones. I love you, thank you, and I appreciate you. All right.
Thank you, Miss Reed, and appreciate your son and daughter being here.
Mr. President?
Yes, sir.
Kind of piggybacking over Miss Reed, and I thought she was hoarse because she was yelling at me so much at when I was eating lunch at her restaurant the other day. But anything, she does have, I think, a merit in that I've heard from other people, too, that I think there is some issue with the microphone. I think they're overly directional, and it might be looking to see if we can do something, because I've had people who've actually texted me the meeting before last and said that they couldn't hear us, and we weren't that far off. But I think there is some merit to seeing if something could be done, maybe replacing or repairing or boosting the
Absolutely.
gain on the
Absolutely,
microphone.
Councilman. We will certainly look into that. I left my laptop purposefully, Ms. Reed, so that I could be a little closer to the microphone. Any other discussion? Council members, we are now at agenda item number 8, Huntsville utility items. 8A is a resolution authorizing approval for the replacement of gas main in Winchester Road, WBS MIG Winchester. Is there anyone from utilities? Yes, Mr. Gertis.
Yes, sir. This one's pretty straightforward. Joe Gertis, Huntsville Utilities. This is associated with some of the road work that's going on Winchester Road. It is a reimbursable project by AlDOT, so we will be reimbursed for this work. It's just relocating a line to accommodate the road work going on out there.
Thank you, Mr. Gertis. Any discussion?
What is the cost of this project?
I apologize, Councilman Showers, for not being able to access my wireless internet, but it's approximately $67,000. It's in the ordinance material that we submitted to council, so you have the information. I apologize for not being able to quote it to you right now. I was over there feverishly trying to get it to come up on my screen, and I couldn't get it. But it will all be reimbursed by AlDOT, as this is a state road project.
Thank you. Dr. Showers, that amount is $62,417.
Thank you, Councilman.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Gertis. Any further discussion on this item?
Move to approve.
Motion has been made. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Dr. Robinson. Ready for the question? All in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed? The ayes have it. It carries. We're now at board appointments to be voted on. 9A1 is a resolution reappointing Dr. Robert Chappell to the Special Care Facilities Financing Authority of the City of Huntsville, Redstone Village, for a term to begin November the 9th, 2015, and expire November the 8th, 2021, or 2021. Nominated at our regular council meeting held October the 22nd, 2015. The chair moves for approval.
Second.
Motion has been made and properly seconded by Dr. Showers. Ready for the question? All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. It carries. 9A2 is a resolution reappointing Charles Gigg Robinson to the Educational Building Authority of the City of Huntsville Randolph School for a term to begin November the 10th, 2015, and expire November 10 of 2021. Nominated at our regular council meeting by Councilman Russell, October the 22nd, 2015. The chair moves for approval.
Second.
Motion has been made, properly seconded by Dr. Showers. Ready for the question? All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. It carries. 9A3 is a resolution reappointing Jim Daniel to the Huntsville Tennis Center Board of Control for a term to begin November the 28th, 2015, and expire November 28, 2018. This was nominated by Councilman Russell at our regular council meeting held October the 22nd, 2015. The chair moves for approval.
Second.
Motion has been made and properly seconded by Councilman Kling. Is there any discussion? Ready for the question? All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. It carries. 9A4 is a resolution reappointing Dorothy Davidson to the Museum Board of the City of Huntsville for a term to begin November the 5th, 2015, and expire October the 8th, 2021. Nominated by Dr. Robinson, October the 22nd, 2015. Is there a motion?
Move for approval.
Motion by Dr. Robinson, second by Dr. Showers. Discussion? Ready for the question? All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. It carries. 9A5 is a resolution reappointing John Wynn to the Museum Board of the City of Huntsville for a term to begin November the 5th, 2015, and expire October the 8th, 2021. Nominated by Dr. Robinson at our regular council meeting held October the 22nd, 2015. Is there a motion?
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Dr. Robinson, second by Councilman Kling. Discussion. Ready for the question? All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. It carries. Council members, we're now at 9B, Board Appointment Nominations. 9B1 is a nomination of Barbara Jones for reappointment to the Public Building Authority of the City of Huntsville for a term to begin December the 14th, 2015, and expire December the 14th, 2021. She was nominated by Dr. Showers. Number 2 is a nomination of Gwendolyn Ragland for reappointment to the Community Development Citizens Advisory Council for a term to begin November the 19th, 2015, and expire February the 14th, 2018, nominated by Dr. Showers. Council members, we will take this up at our next regular scheduled council meeting. We're now at agenda item number 10, approval of expenditures. 10A is a resolution authorizing expenditures for payment. Dr. Showers.
Mr. President, I want to move that we would spend $4,845,115.08.
Second.
Motion has been made by Dr. Showers, properly second by Councilman Clean. Discussion. Ready for the question. All of those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. It carries. Dr. Showers, is there a Finance Committee report?
Yes, I would ask Carlo Bowden if he would come and share with us where he is.
All right. Summer of 2014, Council approved a project we're calling Information Revolution, which will replace our financial systems in the city. And thank you for inviting me to give this report about it. We successfully went live on it October 1st. It was on time and within budget. We continue to work on the project. I want to especially recognize ITS department for their outstanding work in setting up the servers and configuring the software and training and all manner of things. Finance department did a lot of work in creating the new chart of accounts and implementing some new policies which are part of Information Revolution, and the city's still getting used to those, but it's going well. There's a learning curve to everything, but can report things are going well. The project's ongoing, however. We're working on implementing payroll and HR the end of December. And then next year we'll be implementing modules that will cover inventory and procurement and work orders and fixed assets. So the project is continuing. I want to recognize also our software vendor, Tyler Technologies. They've done just an outstanding job, and they've been a great partner to work with. This project has touched every department in the city, and I've received nothing but outstanding cooperation, and I'm very appreciative for that. It's been a pleasure to work on this. Thank you. Questions?
Mr. President, I would call on Mr. Ken Binion to give his report.
Yes, I just wanted to give an update on the sales tax receipts through the end of the fiscal year, which would have been September 30th. We still have preliminary numbers, but looking at our preliminary numbers, we look like we will be up for the year-to-date number of 4.1%. Now we budgeted 3.2%. So that means we came in ahead of budget, which is a good thing. But we still have some other numbers to feed into the system, so we should be have our revenue numbers finalized by next council meeting.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Showers.
That's it.
Thank you, Dr. Showers. Council members, we're at agenda item number 11, communications from the mayor. Mayor Battle, you have the floor.
Mr. President, I have some appointments that I'd like to make. Carlos Matthews to the Planning Commission of the City of Huntsville for a 3-year term to expire 10/26/2018. Donna Hendricks to the Planning Commission of the City of Huntsville for a 3-year term to expire 10/26/2018. And LaFrida Jordan to the Planning Commission of the City of Huntsville for a 3-year term to expire 10/26/2018. I also have some appointments that need council approval tonight. As many of you know, Randy Taylor left the city in September, and we have been looking for a replacement. Mr. Binion has been very kind to step in as interim director during that time, and we have done a wide search and come up with a candidate I think it will be very good for the city of Huntsville. I'd like the council for their approval to appoint Margaret Sargent to the position of finance director at grade 23, step 11, with the effective date of December 7th, 2015. Margaret is also known as Peggy. She works at Teledyne Brown as comptroller. She is a energetic person. She has worked 12 years at Teledyne Brown and moved all the way up through the finance department, been in many, many roles in finance department. And she's somebody who likes to dig into finances, see why they work, how they work. And I think she will be a very good appointment for us and work very well as finance director.
Thank you, Mayor Battle. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion has been made by Councilman Kling, properly seconded by Dr. Robinson. And let me clarify this for the record. Motion to approve the appointment of Margaret Sargent to the position of finance director at a grade 23, step 11, with the effective date of December the 7th, 2015. Are there any discussion? Ready for the question. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Oppose? The ayes have it. It carries. Would you like to stand, Ms. Sargent, so that everyone can see you? Congratulations, ma'am. Mayor Battle?
As many know internally to the city, but I don't know how well it's known externally, Peter Jofrion, our long-term city attorney, is retiring from the city on January 1st. And Peter has served a long time, and he's somebody that as he goes, we're going to celebrate the time that he has served because he's done yeoman work. He's been a great asset for the city of Huntsville. As he goes, we have an appointment to make in his position. We'd like to ask the council for their approval of the appointment of Marion Riley to the position of city attorney at grade 23, step 16, with the effective date of January 1st, 2016. Marion Riley is in the back, who is also known as Trey. Trey, if you would stand and raise your hand there. That's his wife next to him to make sure that he will be gainfully employed. He has been in practice for about 30 years here in town, private practice, and has worked on defense and plaintiff work, and he is coming in to the city as a lawyer who has lots of experience for years and years, and we appreciate him coming in. So I would like to move for the approval of Mr. Riley.
Is there a motion to approve the appointment of Marion Riley to the position of city attorney at grade 23, step 16, with the effective date of January 1st, 2016?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Kling, second by Dr. Robinson. Discussion? Ready for the question? All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Oppose? The ayes have it. It carries. Congratulations, Councilor Riley. Mayor Battle.
And our third one is one that's really hard for us to do because Chuck Haygood has been here for 4 decades, been with the city of Huntsville. 40 years, Chuck. 42. To be exact. But Chuck came to me not long ago and he said, I need to retire. And I said, well, why don't you just hang on for a little while? And then he came to me and said, I need to retire. And then his son told him he needed to retire. And you got to thank him for all the years, the 42 years that he has worked with us. He has also said, as I go, I'm not hanging my phone up, so if you need something, you can call me. I'll help you. I'll help you get through elections and everything else. And as Chuck is leaving, we want to say, Chuck, thank you for 42 great years, and we'll have more time to thank you before you go. But in that position, I would like to ask the council for their approval to appoint of the appointment of Kenneth Binion to the position of clerk treasurer at grade 23, step 13, with the effective date of January 1st, 2016.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion has been made by Dr. Showers, second by Councilman Kling. For clarification,
I feel like I have a sale here, but I still want to talk on some for a minute, and when I shouldn't be talking on. But Mr. Binion has worked with us through community development. He started off in finance at community development, then was director of community development. Then he moved up and was our interim director in the finance as finance director. He's done us a wonderful job, and I look forward to many, many years. He has worked in the city of Fairfield as the clerk treasurer there. He has some experience there, but you know, as he said, he's going to have to. It's a little rusty, so he's going to have to polish it up some. But we really look forward to working with him. He will be a great asset for the city. And Ken, thank you for taking this on. And now that I've already got you close to yes, y'all can go ahead and say yes now.
okay, ready for the question? All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. It carries.
All right. And
Congratulations, Mr. Binion. And big congratulations to our current clerk treasurer, Mr. Chuck Haygood.
And we've got some other announcements of Veterans Day activities coming up next week. We turn Veterans Day into Veterans Week just about, and I think that's very fitting for this community. We will stand and honor those who have served this country. We honor our active people at Redstone Arsenal, our active soldiers at Redstone Arsenal. So we will be having events on the 10th, 11th, and 12th, and maybe even 13th on that. So please come out and show your support. There will be a big parade on the 11th, and I hope that everybody comes out to join us in honoring those who have served and served so well for us. Also, Tree Festival at John Hunt Park, November 14th. Come plant a tree, take home a tree, and it's all free. We'll have even lessons how to compost. Is that right, Miss Joy? Okay. Joy will have lessons on how to compost, and that goes from 9 to noon. And I hope everybody can come out for that. I want to thank the council for working with me on these appointments. Appointments are not always easy when you go through them because we got new people coming into the city of Huntsville, new people in places that we've had stayed leadership for year after year after year, and leadership that we've known, we've trusted, and everything else. So it is a little bit of a change. But I want to tell you, I think that we have picked some very good people who will work very hard and work hard to develop your trust and let you know that we will be working with you. And council, thank you for working with this administration to do that. That's all I have.
Thank you, Mayor Battle. We're now at communications from council members. Dr. Showers, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have 5 items tonight. I want to remind everybody that tomorrow at 12 noon, that our mayor will give the State of the City's update luncheon. It will be at the BBC North Hall. On Sunday, Lakeside United Methodist Church would have their 115th annual harvest. They are at 3738 Meridian Street, Northeast. On the 11th, Wednesday, again, as the mayor have already mentioned, Veterans Day dedication ceremonies be downtown. Thursday, Alabama A&M University Veterans Day program, and they have a VIP luncheon at 12:30. And then Friday, November the 13th, Achievement Week / Veterans Banquet will be at the Omega Center at 181 Import Circle at 7 p.m. Friday night. And on Sunday at 5 p.m., there will be a ribbon-cutting ceremony for Love's Ministry, and that occasion will be at 3400 Blue Springs Road. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Showers. Dr. Jenny Robinson.
I have a number of events that have taken place over the last couple of weeks. We had the opening of the new dog park at Southside Park. I have had a tremendous response from the public about the quality of the work that the Parks and Recreation did. Mr. Ivy and his team created a great venue for dogs and their owners. To celebrate that park, we held a Halloween dog walk on October 31st. Thank you, Mayor, for attending that. We had nearly 50 dogs come in costume, which was a sight to see. We gave away prizes to those dogs and their owners, thanks to Karen Shepard, Patsy Ducote of the Bailey Cove Library, and Huntsville South for supporting us with prizes and treats and lots of wonderful adoptable dogs and just a good time for all of us. I've had the opportunity over the last couple of weeks to meet with the Whitesburg Estates Civic Association residents from the dairy at Oak Grove. Have heard their concerns, and again want to thank all the city department heads who have been so responsive to concerns about streets and traffic and drainage and all kinds of other things that were raised. I had a town hall meeting, the last one of this year, last week. Thank you, Councilman Culver, for attending that. Captain McCarver, our new South Precinct captain, spoke and shared an update on public safety in South Huntsville, and Mr. Harry Hobbs from Huntsville Utilities talked about the new energy program. It was a great meeting with a great discussion. I also had the opportunity to visit the new water plant in Gunnersville that's being built. Tony Owens and John Olszewski took me on that tour. It was absolutely impressive, and I invite any of the other council members who have an interest in going. It's well worth the time it takes to go out there and see the miles of pipe that's being laid all the way into Owens Crossroad from Gunnersville, and then to see the pumping station on the lake, and then the actual facility itself that's being built on a couple hundred acres. It's very, very impressive. Upcoming, we have the South Huntsville Business Association meeting this next Tuesday, November 10th at 3 o'clock at the Huntsville Business Hub. Kathy Martin and representatives from ALDOT will be giving updates on the overpass projects that are coming in. So that will be a good discussion for all. And finally, the Hudson Alpha Institute held their Tie the Ribbons luncheon last week, and they announced their new initiative, Information is Power. This is an incredible program where they are going to offer free genetic testing to all women who are 30 years old in Madison County. This testing will be for breast, ovarian, and about 5 other cancers. This is an incredible opportunity. Every 30-year-old woman in Madison County can obtain a test kit by going to hudsonalpha.org/informationispower. The City of Madison and Madison County have both pledged their support to this program, and I hope that the City of Huntsville will also support this. It will be a tremendous benefit to our women, particularly those who are low income and wouldn't be able to obtain health or counseling from their doctor with regard to these diseases. So this is a great opportunity for us. I actually plan to introduce a resolution asking for the city to support the Hudson Alpha Information is Power program, and hope that all women 30 years old in Madison County will take advantage of it.
Thank you, Dr. Robinson. Councilman Kleen.
Thank you, Mr. President. It's hard to believe with the weather that we've been having the last couple of days, but last Saturday morning it was cold, damp, chilly, and it was a great morning to go out and watch a great group of soccer players take place at the AYSO soccer tournament that they held. It was my privilege to go out and bring greetings on behalf of the mayor and the city council. Some interesting information I found out. There are over 2 million people who are playing soccer here in the United States. And as far as participation rate, exercise, the number of volunteers that are involved locally with that association here in the community is just phenomenal. But great program, and certainly appreciate the great work that was done by the Recreation Department. The soccer fields were in pristine condition, and I think everyone had a great time. Something else coming up next Tuesday night, November the 10th, the West Lawn community and other neighborhoods are going to be having a meeting with representatives of the Planning Commission That's going to be, I think, a very important meeting to show some feedback and some ideas and working together to see about some things that can be done in the community. With the West Lawn School property project, there have been some things that have been worked out in conjunction between the planning department and with the neighborhood developer. There looks like there are plans for shops, coffee stands, restaurants going in the first floor of the school building, and I think that's something that's going to be helpful. Also, based upon feedback that's been received from the area residents, there's going to be a turn lane put in, and in addition, there are going to be some traffic signalization studies that will also take place on the Bob Wallace side. So, looking forward to coming out to that meeting next Tuesday. In addition, it's been mentioned about Veterans Day activities. One thing that's really big and certainly would encourage people throughout the community to come out and attend the big Veterans Day Parade that's going to be taking place at 11 o'clock. You don't need a ticket. You don't need a pass. Just come on down. Don't have to dress up. But it's a great chance to see some great things that are taking place in this community, support our military, and hope people will be sure to come out. So that's going to be going on Veterans Day at 11 o'clock in the morning, and it should be a great parade. And also, not this coming Monday, but November the 16th, I'm going to be having my monthly town meeting. And that's going to be going on at the library at 7 o'clock, and certainly appreciate and welcome anyone who's interested to come out. Something I want to announce and make sure it gets out before the new year, that beginning next January, based on feedback that I've received from members of the public, the starting time of the town meeting is going to be changed from 6 p.m. from 7 p.m. to 6 p.m. Again, for the remainder of this year, it'll be at 7 p.m., but in January, when the new year starts, we will move the town meeting time up to 6 p.m., again on the third Monday of the month. And Mr. President, that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Clean. And Dr. Robinson, I want to just ditto some of the things that you said about your town hall meeting. It was very informative, very well put together, and your residents should be proud they have you as their council representative. On November the 21st, we will host our annual Feed the Homeless Macedonia PB Church on Dupree Worthy Road, coupled with myself and help from our Director of Transportation, Mr. Tommy Brown, for your help with providing buses for us on that day. We'll try to get a number to you in terms of how many people we anticipate we will have for the members of this audience. We pick up individuals from the Downtown Rescue Mission, the Breaking Free Rescue Mission, the Salvation Army, and I'm doing this from memory, and there's another location, including First Stop and places like that. And we not only feed them, but we also provide them with coats and blankets and care packages, so sensitive to male, female. So we look forward to doing that on November 21st. Council members, we're at agenda item number 13, unfinished business items for action. 13A is an ordinance number 15805, amending section 819, longevity pay of ordinance number 04-315, personnel policies and procedures manual. This was introduced at our regular council meeting, October the 22nd, 2015. Mr. Thomas.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Council. This amendment is necessary to revise our longevity pay based upon us moving to the new Munis system. And what it would do is actually allow us to pay the longevity pay once per fiscal year instead of twice. That's the only change.
And Mr. Thomas, do we have the funds to do that? Will it create difficulty on our finances by chance? I know you're not the finance director, but
Mr. Binion has not told me that to be any problem, but no, it won't be a problem with that. And it was recommended by the finance department that we do that.
great. Thank you, sir. Any discussion on that matter, council members? Ready for the question?
Do we have a motion?
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion has been properly made by Dr. Showers, second by Dr. Robinson. Ready for the question? All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. It carries. It just reminds me of when I was a City of Huntsville employee, and I certainly look forward to that longevity paycheck in December.
Thank you, sir.
We're now at agenda item number 14, new business items for introduction. 14A is introduction of an ordinance annexing land lying east of U.S. Highway 431 South and on the west side of Goose Ridge Drive. This is introduced by planning. 14B is introduction of an ordinance amending Section 18, Drug and Alcohol Policy of the ordinance number 404-315, Personnel Policies and Procedures, in order to comply with the Department of Transportation regulations. Council members, we will take this up at our next regularly scheduled council meeting.
Mr. President,
Yes, sir.
I would ask if Mr. Thomas would come back and give explanation to item B.
Mr. Thomas, 14B, please.
Yes, sir. Council, each year the drug and alcohol program is audited by federal auditors, and they did the annual audit and everything was fine. They did want us to make one minor correction to the subcategory listing for the drugs that we do test for. So based upon their recommendation, this is what this amendment is for, as well as Pam Stevens, who manages the program and does a great job. Her title has changed, so we need to modify her title as well.
Is there any further discussion?
May I make one comment? I
Dr.
asked.
Showers, you're finished, sir?
Let me ask
I'm sorry,
Mr. Thomas if he would give us the title of the new position.
Yes, Ms. Pam Stevens' title is Health Center Resources and Program Manager is her new title.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Thomas. Thank you, Dr. Showers. Dr. Robinson?
I asked Mr. Thomas to send me a copy of the original policy with a markup of the changes, and that was actually very helpful and informative to me. I don't know if that's been a regular practice, but I would suggest that when we have policy changes that we get a markup copy so we can see side by side how it works. It was very helpful to me.
Yes, ma'am. We'll take care of that.
And council members, if you would like that, we certainly will just make that a part of our policy. Thank you, Dr. Robinson. Thank you, Mr. Thomas. Any further discussion? We'll take this up at our next regular scheduled council meeting. We're now at agenda item 15, new business items for consideration. The chair wishes to hold 15L, 15I, 15AA, 15BB, AA, double B, and if I could ask Ms. Reed, did we cover all of the ones you requested to hold?
Double D.
Thank you. Council members, any items that you wish to hold?
Mr. President, would you add double D, double C, $15X, That's it.
Any other items? Dr. Robinson.
15V as in Victor.
Are there any other items? The items to be held are 15I, L, V as in Victor, X, double A, double B, double C, and double D. Are there any other items? Hearing none. 15A is a request for authorization to advertise and fill one community service worker supervisor position, landscape management. 15B is a request for authorization to advertise and fill one general clerk 2 position, landscape management. 15C is an ordinance to declare surplus equipment identified in Exhibit A as surplus and dispose of per the agreement with Fowler Auction General Services. 15D is a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement between the City of Huntsville and Thicon Construction Company for construction services for the Huntsville Depot Museum located at 404 Madison Street, Huntsville, Alabama 35801, General Services. 15E is a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement between the City of Huntsville and Croy Engineering, LLC, for engineering services for the new Huntsville Police Department firing range, General Services. 15F is a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with the low bidders meeting specifications as outlined in the attached summary of bids for acceptance, finance. 15G is an ordinance amending budget ordinance number 14665 by changing the appropriate funding for various departments and funds, finance. 15H is a resolution approving travel expenses reports, finance. 15J is an ordinance to amend budget ordinance number 15642 by changing the authorized personnel strength in the various departments and funds, brought by finance. 15K is a resolution authorizing the mayor to execute supplemental agreement number 1 between the state of Alabama and the city of Huntsville regarding preliminary engineering, right-of-way acquisition, utility, and constructions, brought by planning. 15M is a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into a recoverable license agreement between the city of Huntsville and UG White Hardware, LLC, brought by planning. 15N is a resolution authorizing the city attorney to settle the claim of Marie Eslick, brought by the city attorney. 15O is a resolution authorizing the city clerk treasurer to invoke Progress Bank letter of credit number 9000282700 for Midtown on the Park Phase 4 subdivision, brought by city attorney. 15P is a resolution authorizing the city clerk treasurer to invoke traveler security bond letter of credit number BE0931542 for Stonemark subdivision, brought by city attorney. 15Q is a resolution authorizing the city clerk treasurer to invoke CB&S bank letter of credit number 55559 for Ansley Farms Phase 1A subdivision, city attorney. 15R is a resolution authorizing the city clerk treasurer to invoke Bancorp South letter of credit number 362-000-832393 for Coventry Phase 2 at McMullen Cove subdivision, brought by the city attorney. 15S is a resolution authorizing the city clerk treasurer to invoke Bancorp South letter of credit number 367-000-581608 for Little Mountain subdivision Phase 2, brought by the city attorney. 15T is a resolution authorizing the city clerk treasurer to invoke Bancorp South letter of credit number 362-000-515942 for Magnolia Village at Lake Forest subdivision, brought by the city attorney. 15U is a resolution authorizing the mayor to execute modification number 23 to the Supplemental Developmental Agreement, TIF 5 Series 2010-B, to the Annexation and Development Agreement between the City of Huntsville and LW Redstone Company, LLC, brought by the city attorney. 15W is the ordinance declaring property at Stokes Street and Hall Avenue as surplus and no longer needed for a municipal purpose and conveying it to Gary W. Kinney, brought by engineering. 15Y is a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement between the City of Huntsville and Little John Engineering Associates, Inc. for engineering design services for Chase Farm Industrial Access Road Extension and Improvements, project number 71-16 RD01, brought by engineering. 15Z is approval to advertise and fill position of Traffic Improvement Projects Manager at a pay grade 18 and to fill position at steps higher than minimum within the pay grade if necessary, brought by Traffic Engineering. 15EE is a resolution authorizing the city attorney to seek a forfeiture of the surety bond issued by Platte River Insurance Company, brought by the city attorney. 15FF is a resolution authorizing the city attorney to seek a forfeiture of the surety bond issued by Platte River Insurance Company, brought by the city attorney. The chair moves for a motion to consolidate and approve 15A through H, J and K, M through U, W, Y, Z, double E, and double F.
Second, so moved.
Second.
Motion has been properly moved and seconded by Councilman Kling. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed? The ayes have it. It carries. We're now at 15I, resolution authorizing the mayor to enter a special employee agreement between the city of Huntsville and Carlos Bowden. Finance.
Vote to approve.
Second.
Motion has been properly made and second. Discussion. Finance.
Yes, this is a contract where you heard from Carlos Bowden earlier, and he talked about the modules and the additional modules that we plan to implement as part of the Munis system. His current contract will expire at the end of February of 2016. We didn't want to lose him in the middle of this implementation, so we wanted to go ahead and extend his contract to just add some kind of stability to his situation, and so that's what we have here.
Any further discussion on this, council members?
I think it's a pretty significant project, and it's important to have continuity.
Absolutely, I certainly concur. Ready for the question? All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. It carries. 15L is a resolution authorizing the mayor to execute an agreement regarding the transportation planning process for the Huntsville urbanized area.
Move to approve.
Motion by Dr. Showers. Is there a second for discussion? Second by Dr. Robinson. Discussion.
Okay. Yes, the Federal Highway Administration in the state of Alabama has requested that the Metropolitan Planning Organization's planning agreement be amended at this time. The agreement was approved previously in 2009, but the agreement has been in effect essentially for the metropolitan area since the 1970s. It basically ensures that a continuing, cooperative, and comprehensive transportation planning process remains in effect for the metropolitan area, and that would include the jurisdictions of Madison County, City of Huntsville, City of Madison, Town of Triana, the Town of Owens Crossroads, and also to some extent the Tarcog region. It also allows all of the member jurisdictions to continue to benefit, to reap the benefits of federal funds for federal aid projects for transportation work. This amended agreement is pretty much the same as the previous one signed by all jurisdictions, with just a couple of minor changes to reflect updates in federal and state legislation, regulations, and LDOT policies, in addition to clarifying some indemnification language.
Any further discussion? And ma'am, just for the public, would you state your name for the record?
Yes, I'm Tangi Kling.
Any relations to Councilman Kling by chance?
Sort of.
Any further discussion?
I'm not going to ask any questions, Mr. President.
Thank you, Ms. Kling. Ready for the question? All in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed? The ayes have it. It carries. 15V is a resolution authorizing the mayor to execute a lease agreement between UG White Hardware, LLC, and the city of Huntsville for the lease of office space at 115 East Clinton Avenue, Huntsville, Alabama. Is there a motion?
Move to approve.
Motion has been made, properly second. Motion made by Dr. Robinson, properly second by Dr. Showers. Discussion.
The reason I asked for this to be considered separately is I just wanted to hear a discussion about the purpose for the lease. We're leasing 1,000 square feet downtown behind the new UG White Hardware. I don't know who wants to address that.
Yeah, Dr. Robinson, I can address that. So the Mason Building, it's a historic name. Many folks realize that it recently sold. In fact, you took action on a facade easement to protect the historic nature of that building. There is a retailer, UG White, that will soon open in the ground floor and the mezzanine level. They'll sublease to another entity for a restaurant entertainer type venue on the third floor. What a lot of folks don't realize that are maybe familiar with the building but don't realize that on the back of that building there's actually a separate space accessible from the back that is now a small office, as you say, about 1,000 square feet. As we've been working with the police department and specifically with SOD and looking at how we resource their coverage for the growing number of events that occur in the downtown area. Chief Morris actually had recognized a need to give them some space here for a command post, almost like a substation, in order to properly cover all those events. It's oftentimes you're down here on weekends, and you'll see a 5K race in the morning, a parade in the middle of the day, and other events at nighttime. And so we're regularly moving shifts in and out, not only our sworn officers, but also oftentimes the folks that work with our crossing guards and things that assist with those are coming in multiple shifts throughout the day. And so we saw value in a small space that would give them that capacity for a little bit of command and control within the downtown area. The back of that building is actually very strategically located, as there's 3 different alleyways that terminate at the back of that building, so it provides good pedestrian bicycle access out in multiple directions to Washington, Jefferson, Holmes, and to Clinton. And it's just a good central location relative to where many of those events occur, and is right there by the federal courthouse and some other areas where you see a growing population. So we'll flesh that out as they get in occupied, and as we continue to see these events evolve, we'll have space available to give them that capacity.
And it occurs to me that it's not just an issue of the number of events that we're having, but also how many people attend those events. There are some of those events that draw thousands of people, and we need to make sure that there is a safe environment so people will feel good about coming and want to come back.
You're correct. So not only thousands of people, we've seen some of those food truck rallies where we're confident there's more than 5,000 people in some pretty constricted areas, but also a lot of those events really impact the road network and the trafficability. And so the police department puts a lot of effort, along with the organizers of those events, to make sure that they have the ability to respond to emergency situations and things. And having this kind of central command post will just make that process more efficient for them.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Ready for the question? All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Oppose? The ayes have it. It carries. We're now at agenda item 15X. Resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement between the City of Huntsville and Christopher Contractors, Inc. to accept assignment of the contract owned by Christopher Professional Enterprise, Inc. as of January the 20th, 2015. Resolution number 14-192, engineering. Is there a motion?
Move to approve.
Motion by Dr. Showers.
Second.
Second by Dr. Robinson. Discussion? Yes, Ms. Martin.
Yes, council members. This is just a reassignment of existing contracts with Christopher Contractors due to a name change. He went from Christopher Professional Enterprises to Christopher Contractors, and there's no cost to the city for this reassignment.
Thank you, Ms. Martin. Any further discussion? Ready for the question. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Oppose? The ayes have it. It carries. 15AA is an ordinance declaring 18 unusable traffic signs posts as surplus and donating them to Lowe's Home Improvement Warehouse Traffic Engineering. Is there a motion?
Move to approve.
Motion by Dr. Showers.
Second.
Second by Dr. Robinson. Discussion? Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Sanders.
Dan Sanders, Traffic Engineering. Members of council, what we're asking permission to do is to take 18 signposts that were essentially on the scrap heap and donate them as surplus to Lowe's for their role in the Wounded Warrior Project to establish reserved parking spaces at, I believe, 3 of their stores locally. And if it's okay, I'd like to ask Dana Hodges, who is here from Lowe's, to maybe speak a little bit about
Yes,
Lowe's
sir.
role in the project.
Yes, sir, Mr. Sanders. Thank you, sir. And ma'am, state your name, please.
My name's Dana Hodges. I work at the Lowe's over on in Hampton Cove, Owens Crossroads area.
Welcome.
And I came across this project through actually through our Build and Grow projects that we have, and it was a market down in 1222, which is down in parts of Florida, Georgia, and a little bit of Alabama. The 13 stores in their market received 6 signs apiece through the Wounded Warrior Family Support Program, and they put up the signs for the combat wounded that are coming back from war and those that have served previously. And we're asking just for the signs because even though we're a home improvement store, we don't carry those particular posts, but we carry everything else that can be installed with this. But I have the sign right here. This is what would be going up.
Wow.
And the signs are free from the foundation. You just pay for shipping.
Would you show that to the audience, please? Council members, are there any further discussion?
Very worthy project.
I think we all agree we have unanimous consent with that. Thank you so kindly for what you're doing.
Thank you.
Ready for the question? All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Oppose? The ayes have it. It carries. And ma'am, thank you for what you're doing. And thank you, Mr. Sanders.
Thank you.
Council members, we're at 15 double B. Resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement between the City of Huntsville and Intergraph Corporation to renew the annual maintenance and support of ILEAS, ITS. Is there a motion?
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Dr. Showers, second by Councilman Kleen. Discussion.
Bill Steiner from ITS. Sir, this is just a routine annual maintenance renewal for our software for the records and management system used throughout the Huntsville Police Department.
Thank you, sir. Any further discussion? Ready for the question? All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Oppose? The ayes have it. It carries. Thank you, sir. 15 double C is a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement, a license agreement between the City of Huntsville and Downtown Huntsville, Inc., Parks and Recreation. Is there a motion?
Move to approve.
Motion by Dr. Showers.
Second.
Second by Dr. Robinson. Discussion.
Yes, sir. This is to let you know the holiday season is around the corner. This is a agreement with the Downtown Inc. for the tinsel trail that we put up, our annual Christmas trees that go throughout the park.
I always look forward to seeing those when I come down to the council building. Any further discussion on that matter? Ready for the question? All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Oppose? The ayes have it. It carries. Thank you, sir. 15 double D is a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into a lease agreement between the City of Huntsville and the Museum Board of the City of Huntsville, Parks and Recreation. Is there a motion?
Move to approve.
Motion by Dr. Showers.
Second.
Second by Dr. Robinson. Discussion.
Yes, sir. This is the agreement with the Arts Museum where we put the ice rink behind and we keep it up for the holidays.
Any further discussion, council members? Ready for the question? All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Oppose? The ayes have it. It carries. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Council members, we're now at agenda item number 16, legal department items and transactions. 16A is a vacation of easement. A1, ordinance authorizing the vacation of utility and drainage. Easements for Track B, Midtown Phase 2, Midtown Lane. Is there a motion?
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Dr. Showers, second by Councilman Kling. Is there any discussion on that? All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed? The ayes have it. It carries. 16A2 is an ordinance authorizing the vacation of utility and drainage easement for Watercrest Phase 2A. Is there a motion?
Move to approve.
Motion by Dr. Showers, second by the chair. Discussion. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. It carries.
Mr. President,
Yes, sir.
I wonder if I could have a moment of privilege to raise an issue that I meant to bring up during council member comments.
Yes, sir.
This time.
Yes, sir.
Just take a
Councilman
moment.
Kling.
Council members have seen Ms. Cotney. She's not here tonight, but she's frequently been in the audience speaking about issues pertaining to the homeless. And she has been a hard worker, a person in this community. Not many people know it, but she actually ran for school board several years ago. She's frequently been at my town meetings expressing, concern about issues that we have from time to time. She has been working, and she is homeless, as we all know, and she has had some issues as far as trying to find an apartment that she could stay at. She has stayed different places at the Salvation Army facilities, a place that she's been staying at. She's been trying to find an apartment that she could afford through a program. But anyway, she has laid out everything concerning her situation, and I believe I can't tell the lights are kind of blurring on me. I think I see Mrs. Jordan from Community Development, but if I could, I'd just like to give it to her and see if somebody could look into the situation to see if there's anything that we can be doing that we're not doing for her. She, again, has been someone who's working, and she's trying to, make a better life for herself, as we all are. And I just think she laid everything out in this, and I'll pass it to Mr. Hamilton, who will relay it to Ms. Jordan. And but anyway, I just think it's something we just want to look at, see if we're doing everything that we can be doing for her. And Mrs. Jordan, I guess personally, let me just say it's very good to see you here tonight. I know you've had a lot of issues, and we are aware of it, and we're very, very glad to see you and very supportive of you.
And thank you, Councilman Kling. And Ms. Jordan, if I can help as a member of the Board of Community Action Partnership with what we do, my door is certainly open. Thank you so kindly for taking that. Council members, we have no vacation of right-of-ways, deeds for acceptance, routine bonds, or liquor bond mortgages. We're now at agenda item number 17, non-roster communications from the public. Ladies and gentlemen, if you wish to address the council, if you would go to the microphone, state your name. You'll have approximately 3 minutes to address the council. And if you're thinking about speaking, if you could position yourself in proximity to the microphones, please. Thank you, Ms. Reed.
All right. I want to congratulate all the new city employees. I look forward to working with each and every one of you. I'm really concerned about so many retiring, Mayor Battle, and especially Mr. Haygood. Who's going to sit up there and question me every time I run for office? I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do if I decide to run again. We've been doing this for 30-something years, 25 years. Anyway, I'm shocked. I'll probably be calling you and see if you're still questioning it in case I run again. And I've been asking Mr. Riley when he come to the council meetings, the new city attorney. I said, could I get in your way about something when you come to the council meetings? He said, no, ma'am, Miss Reed. Then one day I was eating over to deli, and I heard that Mr. Jeffron was quitting. My daughter and I said, hey, you know what's going to happen? The connection is right there. I see what's going to happen. So, see, I hear everything before y'all make your deals up there. That's a good thing. I want to thank Joy McGee. She's got a beautiful cemetery up there for the director of the cemetery. She's got 2,200 new cemetery plots that's going to come up for sale. And if that's not looking like close to heaven, you need to go up there and look at what she's done. It is really a beautiful place up there. And I want to thank the mayor for the merged reflectors that's taken place in the city of how you can turn right and turn left and do all of that. And Mayor, I got one thing to ask you. Please don't put too many trees in John Hunt Park before we decide what's going to go down there. I like to see through and see what's going on, see who's robbing who and what's going to happen. Don't put too many park trees up there till we see the layout, let the public approve what you're going to do. And I'm not a tree hugger. Maybe you are, but I'm not. But when you go plant all them trees and you can't see, of course, I thank you for the crepe myrtle with my name on the outside out there. Thank you for that. But anyway, thank y'all and have a good weekend. I do love you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Reed. Is there anyone else who wishes to address the council? We adjourn. Thank you.